Hello and welcome. In this video, we will demonstrate how the purchase module works in the TERPO software ERP system. You will see how requests for quotations are created, how supplier orders are processed, and how automation helps simplify and accelerate the procurement process. Purchase requests for products, whether for resale or to support production, can be created either manually or automatically. In manual mode, a request can be created using a user-friendly interface with contextual product search, or by importing a list of products from an external source. More details about the universal import mechanism are covered in a separate video. For automated purchase, the system offers flexible replenishment rules configured at the product level. A purchase request can be generated automatically for a specific sales order or manufacturing order, as well as when stock levels fall below a predefined threshold. To enable automation, you need to define the replenishment route in the product settings. Multiple routes can be configured, each with its own conditions. In addition, on the Purchases tab, you need to specify at least one potential supplier for whom the request for quotation will be generated automatically. Here, you can also define the standard lead time for the selected supplier, as well as the minimum order quantity they can deliver in a single shipment. When an unmet demand arises, for example, when a new manufacturing order is created, the required quantity of missing products is automatically added to a request for quotation. Let's check the list of requests for quotation, RFQ. At the moment, it is empty. Now let's review our inventory. We currently have 2 electric motors in stock, and we know that these motors are required for conveyor production. Let's create a manufacturing order for 5 conveyors. It's clear that we do not have enough electric motors in stock, and we are also missing some additional components. Now let's confirm the manufacturing order and check the requests for quotation again. We can see that requests for quotation have been automatically created for different suppliers. In one of them, we can see that the missing motors have already been included. Moreover, if multiple manufacturing orders require the same product, those requirements are consolidated into a single request for quotation, which remains unconfirmed until approved by a purchasing manager. As you can see, with automation properly configured, neither the request initiators nor the purchasing manager need to perform any additional manual actions. One user creates a manufacturing order for finished goods, while another automatically receives a list of missing components in the form of a request for quotation, ready to be sent to suppliers. The purchasing manager from their workspace will immediately see new unprocessed requests for quotation. In addition, they will be automatically notified by email whenever a new request is created. Correct configuration of suppliers in the product settings, including expected lead times, directly impacts the forecasted delivery of components and the overall production timeline. This can be clearly seen in the bill of materials overview for the finished product. Once delivery dates are confirmed in the purchase order, they directly influence the production schedule. All operations and work orders are then planned based on the expected availability of components. Now let's take a closer look at the purchase workflow. The process begins with creating a request for quotation for the required quantity of products. This RFQ can be sent to the supplier directly from within the ERP system. At this stage, the products included in the purchase are still considered unavailable. Once the supplier confirms their ability to deliver, the request for quotation is converted into a purchase order, and an expected delivery date is assigned. This delivery date can also be marked as confirmed by the supplier. These expected delivery dates allow the system to plan further actions, such as sales or the launch of manufacturing orders, based on the anticipated availability of components. To complete the purchase process, the receipt of goods must be confirmed in the warehouse. For this purpose, a stock transfer document is created. The purchase process can also include an invoice where payment information can be recorded either manually or automatically. The system provides built-in controls for handling partial payments and partial deliveries of goods. Overall, the purchase module automates and significantly simplifies the work of the purchasing department. It is fully integrated with the contacts and inventory modules and can also interact with other modules such as sales, manufacturing, accounting, and projects. Thank you for your attention.